So, I don't think this is a secret, but I love doing gory makeup. So, of course, I had to do a zombie inspired by The Walking Dead that's coming out on Sunday because I also love The Walking Dead so much. So, if you guys want to learn how to do this, just keep watching, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. Okay, we just want to start out by priming our face. As always, you do not want this to stain your face or stick to your face, so I always prime it before doing this kind of stuff. Plus, it gives something the liquid latex to kind of not stick as much to your skin so you don't peel your skin off. So here I'm going to do some cat eye eyeliner just on the one eye and then add some mascara. I'm using Benefit the Real. Like always, that's my favorite mascara. And here I'm just doing a cat eye because I wanted one eye to look somewhat pretty, like almost like a Hollywood zombie. That's what the look I'm kind of going for. Anyways, I also got these contacts from a Halloween store when it was Halloween around here. So I'm not sure the brand of these bad boys, but I get all my other contacts from Pinky Paradise. You guys should check them out. They are awesome for contacts. Now I'm going to use the glue stick trick. You know, put some glue stick on your eyebrows so that the liquid latex cannot stick to it. You do not want the liquid latex to stick to your eyebrows. You will have no eyebrow left. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Anywhere you have hair, do not stick liquid latex to. Now I'm running a line across my face, or around my eye, sorry. And then adding a little bit of tissue on top of that so that it kind of makes that texture that you want to look like the skin is ripping away from the eye. So this is how you do it. What you do is you put a layer of liquid latex, stick the tissue to it, and then put another layer of liquid latex on top of that because you want kind of that paper mache type look. You have to somewhat paper mache it to make that peeling away look. And then blow dry it to speed up the process. And then repeat as many times as you want to make the skin as thick as you want. So I think I did it about 3 times. Also, make sure you avoid at all times your under eye because you do not want to pull that little piece that's where your socket, like do not glue anything that's around your socket. I did a little bit here, but you don't want to. Like if you pull that piece of skin, it's just going to make your under eye sag eventually, I guess, over time, but you do not want to touch that. It's not a good idea. So here I'm just pulling away from my eyebrow very carefully. You do not want to rip the eyebrow off. As I said earlier, here I got a little piece stuck, so I just pulled it off. And then tearing that pieces of tissue that we put on our face very carefully. And here I'm just tearing little pieces off here and there to make it look kind of gross and like the skin is peeling away. You do not want this perfect because you want it to look like your skin got blown off somehow or eaten, whatever. I don't know what zombies do. And so here I'm just going to apply some concealer. Actually, this is Denean concealer, and it's just in a palette of like a bunch of different colors, and I'm using the lightest color because I want my skin to look somewhat dead. So I'm going to apply this all over that prosthetic that I just did on my face, and then I'm going to do this all over my face and make this as light as you can. I'm just going in with a bunch of different colors, adding different colors because you want to look like you're decaying in some areas and then like skin in others, and you know. So to make this dimensional, you want to put black or purple, dark purple works too, around that hole, and then just kind of blending it out wherever in that thing. And then here I'm using some purple, and I'm just doing a whole bunch of mix of colors like purple, reds, blacks. And then the blood you add on top of this really acts as like, it makes it so realistic. So don't worry too much about what you're doing here. You want some dimension. You won't really see too much of what you're doing. So now I'm going to use Fresh Scab again by Denean, and this is awesome, by the way. If you want to do anything with blood looks like or cuts or anything, definitely get this stuff. It's worth the cost. I don't know how much it was. I think it was literally not that much. I got it at IMAT, but it's honestly worth it. Get it. It's perfect. So that, and also the Thick Blood by Denean is also another good one to have. I have both, and I think I used a little bit of Thick Blood on this look, but mostly the Fresh Scab, just because I added a whole bunch of the fake blood. Yeah, here I'm using Thick Blood. I added a whole bunch of the fake blood on top of this afterwards. You'll see at the end. And Now I'm going to use the bruise wheel and the zombie wheel to create the bruising on my face and the zombie dead look, like I'm decaying. So I want to look kind of rotten and like my skin's rotting. So, you know the deal. You have to put dark under the eyes so you look like you've had no sleep and you're just dead, dead, dead. And I'm also adding some mascara just so I kind of have that same Hollywood look. I kind of look like I just had mascara and looked all done up, but then I turned into a zombie. I thought it was cool. So now I'm doing the bruising on my head. I'm going to put a little bit of green and then yellow and then purple, and you mix these colors, just keep blending, and it will turn out like the perfect bruise. This is an awesome wheel for anyone that does like stuff with shoots with bruising or fighting scenes or whatever. This is an amazing wheel for that. So I did that all along my face, kind of in the contour area. Again, going with that same idea of the pretty look, contouring, you know, and the decaying of the skin. So here I'm just making myself look like I'm decayed and bruised. Make sure that you add some darkness around the eyes. You want to look like you really sleep deprived. I added a lot of dark around where you can, like where normally you'd have your bags. And then so I took this Russian red on my lips here and then smudged it across to look like the lipstick smudged. Again, the Hollywood look. Now I'm adding some veins, just kind of squiggly lines with that dark, dark red that I have all over. And then I'm going to go over top of this with that gray that I used underneath my eye, just so it looks like it's coming from underneath the skin and not on top of it, if you know what I mean. So here, this is what I'm doing, blending. Don't blend too much because you will take it away and then you'll have to redo it, which is a pain in the butt, but that's what I'm doing. And then you just want to darken your eyes. Here I'm just using that gray again on a smudge brush and just darkening my eyelid and smudging that all around and whatnot, and then adding little veins here and there. And then I went ahead and did this quickly off camera so it wouldn't take up a whole bunch of time, but I did the same thing as my face. I layered tissue, latex, and whatnot. Now I'm splitting it, and now I'm going to cover this with my concealer. I'm just using my MAC Longwear. You can use something cheaper if you guys want. I'm just doing something that was easy and right in front of me. You can use the wheel or whatever. And then doing the same techniques as before and putting black around the hole. And then you're going to put some purple and red and all that fun stuff. And then you're going to put some fake blood. And now we're going to go in with the fake blood and make sure that you add this all over the skin, like well, the flaps of skin that we made. It just makes it look more realistic. And then I'm going to add a little chunk of a plastic spoon I have, and it's going to look kind of like a bone or something sticking out of my chest, which I thought was fun. And I just added a little bit of liquid latex onto a tissue and then put it behind the white piece of the plastic that I put there just so it would stick out a bit. And now I'm adding some liquid latex and tissue over top of the ends that I placed because they were kind of sticking out. And then to dry this faster, I'm just using my blow dryer. It helps with the speed up time. And then I'm going to also go back in with the fake blood, add some on there, and then use my sponge, which is awesome. It's kind of like this rough sponge that I have, and I place this all over my chest and my face, just wherever I think would make it look kind of texturized, which is nice. Now we're going to use this fake blood that I got from the spirit store around Halloween, and we're just going to place this all over the bloody spot. So I'm using a sponge at first, just to apply in direct places, and then kind of picking up a lot, putting it on the edge of my face, blah, 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 you know the deal. And then we are going to place a whole bunch of it on those cuts that we made. So all over the chest, all over, just let it drip, because then it looks more realistic too, like you'd just been eating something, like brains. Gross. Anyways, now I'm dripping down my eye. Make sure this doesn't get in your eye. I don't know what it would do if it did. I avoided that. I just kind of sponged the areas that was coming close to my eye so it would stop. And then back comb the crap out of your hair so you look like you're a bloody mess. And then darken that eye area again. Here I'm going with some purple and some dark spots just to make the V's on my neck look very prominent, because you are going to look like you're dead and you haven't been eating in a while. And then adding some green and yellow to my chest to look like I'm decaying again and very infected. And that is about it. So I hope you have fun with this look. Go to Safeway and scare some people, or your local grocery store. I was thinking about it. I thought it'd be really, really funny. And then if you do recreate this look, hashtag me, Denean Dale, on Instagram, and show me your recreations, because I'd love to see. So have fun. Let me know what you think of The Walking Dead. Here's my brain. I'm eating. And follow me on Instagram at Denean Dale.